Good morning, people. Randall J here with some coherent drivel. How are we going to save the planet? You know, it's good to be old these days. I mean, I almost wish I was like 10, 15 years older because growing up in the 50s and the 60s and the 70s was the best time of humanity in the United States here. You know, for a white guy. But yeah, the hippie years, that was the height of humanity, when everybody was trying to live in communes and everybody preached love and togetherness and everything. That was the highest state of man. Everybody was into the gurus. Everybody was seeking enlightenment. That was the highest state of man at least in the United States. And now we're in trouble. Nobody's going to like this. It's all about overpopulation. You have to look at the world from a zoological point of view. We need a bunch of zoologists to get on the news and talk about it. When you do zoology, that's how they figure out how many deer you can hunt, how many bears you can hunt, how many, how many animals live on an acreage. How many acres do you need to keep an elk healthy? We need to do that. The zoologists need to do that on humans. Because the United States, at the rate we use everything, from gas to food to resources, copper, lithium, the rate we use everything, we need about 8 more planets. 8 more planets just to maintain our way of living. So again, you see, unfortunately, it's all about overpopulation. I highly recommend that nobody have kids. And we are fast. We are jettisoning into a Mad Max world. So you don't want to raise your kids in a Mad Max world. We're facing life or death situations, the young people. I mean, I don't know how to tell a teenager how not to be depressed, because these are depressing times, which are going to only get worse. And it's not about green energy, and it's not about, getting the chemicals out of our food. It's about all of these things at the same time, but none of these things will work if our population continues as it's been, growing. And it's a global problem, no doubt. But, like Africa, their population's going to quadruple, Mexico, their population's going to double. We are, the most advanced countries have slowed down on population, and people talk about, we're losing population. It's not the population they're worried about, it's the economy. And it is true. The less people you have, less workers you have, they're talking about taxes. The less taxes you have. Okay, but when you put that up against the world is ending, we're not going to be able to survive in this environment, then taxes are not what's important here. It's the environment. It's survival. That's what's important. And in order to achieve survival, we need to drastically drop our population. I'm not all about killing people, but we need to, promote birth control all over the planet. We need to hand out abortions on every corner, Like every time you buy a 6-pack of beer, you should get one of those morning after pills, At all the liquor stores, you should be able to go in and get abortion pills and morning after pills for free. over the counter, everywhere you go, Walmart, just here's the, you have like vending machines, free vending machines for abortion pills and stuff, because it is overpopulation that'll kill us all. No matter how much we conserve, no matter how green our energy becomes, doesn't matter. Overpopulation, we're already like way overpopulated. Like, the planet can handle, like I said, get the zoologist in on this conversation. The planet can handle like 1 billion people forever, the planet can absorb our pollution and stuff if we're at the 1 billion people. The planet, the fish won't run out, the livestock won't run out, I mean, we've destroyed, I think it's 80 or 90% of all other wild animals on the planet since like 1970 or something. We've used as much energy as we've ever used. We've doubled that since 1990. Like more energy than the whole world used up until 1990. We've now used that much energy, 100% more. I mean, the planet can't handle us. It's like putting too many fish in an aquarium or too many birds in a cage. That's the problem. So massive birth control, massive free abortions. What we need globally is a 35-year moratorium on childbirth. And it should be like in the science fiction movies. If somebody's pregnant, they arrest them, take them to the hospital, give them an abortion, and sterilize them before they get out. Yeah, I mean, I know, like everybody hates me now just for saying this, but what I'm trying to get through to you is we are now in the science fiction phase of humanity, where we've already entered into a hopeless dimension of existence here. Like and the only way to save it, and I think a lot of these countries are thinking about releasing plagues. Why do you think Fauci and those Chinese were working on those super viruses in Wuhan and stuff like that? What do you think that's about? Why would they really do that? Oh, maybe it's because at some point they realize that they have to control population. Now, I think it's much better to control it just by not having children, and let the old people die off. I think like 350,000 old people die every day. So if we just don't have kids, over several years, population will start to decrease rapidly. Now, all the economists hate this idea. Where are they going to get their money if population decreases? Well, we might have to tax rich people at 90%. Everything over $400,000 should be taxed at least 90%, and then all that tax money is into taking care of the old people and taking care of everything that needs taken care of, as we decrease the population. Companies can't make huge profits anymore. It's just everything's like survival profit. What do you need to live? I mean, you got to put everybody that way. Yeah. Sounds like socialism. Sounds like communism. Blah, blah, blah. No, it's intelligence. We need intelligence to save this world. And every problem is about overpopulation. I mean, all the other problems. We do need green energy. We do need to get the chemicals out of our food. We do need a lot of new ideas for conserving what's left. But the number one reason, cause, and the number one thing, and the easiest one, is simply don't have kids. And you don't want to have kids if they have to grow up in a Mad Max world anyway. So Sorry if you don't like this idea, but think about it. It's reality. Like, share, subscribe. Thank you very much. See you next time. I'm not the positive message guy. I'm the reality message guy. So, happy reality.